Good evening and welcome to the Claims Committee meeting on Monday, February 2nd, 2026. I would like to call this meeting to order. Clerk, can you please take the roll?
Council Vice President Haroyan, Councilman Andujar.
Present.
Councilman Ritz.
Present.
Councilman Trafficante.
Present.
Councilwoman Vaziri.
Present.
Council President Wall.
Here.
Is there anyone in the chambers who would like to make public comment on agenda matters only?
Hi, folks. Council President, council members, my name is Ronald Ritchie. Is it on? Yeah, I'm a little short. Okay, folks, on December 19th, on a Friday night around 10:30, it was raining out and I hit a pothole. I thought it's Park Ave. Outside of 59 Phoenix is the business near 39 West. It's at the corner of Green and Park. That night, because it was raining, I pulled in the parking lot at the dentistry. The next morning, Saturday morning, I went and I put the Space Saver tire on. Then on Monday, I had the tire repaired. I emailed pictures and a form that I filled out for you folks for today. And then today I went by and I took more pictures and the pothole still hasn't been filled. I just figured I'd let you folks know that it's still there. And you can have these pictures to go along with today's pictures to go along with ones I already sent in. Any questions?
Can I have a motion to accept the pictures?
So moved. Second.
The ones that are from today, I wrote today, the one from February 20th is timestamped, so you can see the difference. They're all timestamped.
Thank you.
There's a cap underneath this.
1 second. Clerk, can you please take the roll?
That's on accepting the pictures into the.
To accept the pictures into the record.
Councilman Andujar.
Yes.
Councilman Ritz.
Yes.
Councilman Trafficante. Councilwoman Vaziri.
Yes,
Council President Wall.
Yes.
you can continue.
In the pictures, you could see that it looks like a utility cap underneath the tar where it's been addressed over the years. You can see the different color tar with, the city's trying to repair this pothole. But it just seems, because it seems to be some type of almost looks like a water cap. It must shake and cause the tar to come loose, which caused the puncture to my tire.
So who do we have to contact for that?
We're gonna
We do
deliberate
it,
executive
okay.
session. We don't do
All
that
right.
here.
All right, thank you. Is there anyone online who would like to make public comment?
There is no public comment online.
I would like to entertain a motion to convene to executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Any comments? All right. Clerk, can you please take the roll?
Councilman Andujar.
Yes.
Councilman Ritz.
Yes.
Council Trafficante. Councilwoman Vaziri.
Yes,
Council President Wall.
Yes.
we are now in executive session. I would like to make a motion to return to open session.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk?
Oh, there we go. We gotta keep the schedule.
Can you please call the roll?
Council Vice President Haroyan? Councilman
Yes.
Andujar? Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Traficant? Councilwoman Baziri?
Yes.
Council President Wall?
Yes.
I want to state for the record that the motions were made in executive session. I would also like to make a motion to seal the executive session minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Council Vice President Haroyan? Yes. Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Traficant? Councilwoman Baziri?
Yes.
Council President Wall?
Yes.
I would like to make a motion to approve the minutes of the January 5th, 2026 regular meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Council Vice President Haroyan? Yes. Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Traficant? Councilwoman Baziri?
Yes.
Council President Wall?
Yes.
I would like to make a motion to approve the minutes of the sealed minutes from the January 5th, 2026 executive session.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Council Vice President Haroyan? Yes. Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Traficant? Councilwoman Baziri?
Yes.
Council President Wall?
Yes.
May I make a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, please take the roll. There's no roll.
Council Vice President Haroyan?
Uh,
Yes. Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz? Councilman Traficant?
Okay.
Councilwoman Baziri?
Yes.
President Wall?
Yes.
All in favor by saying aye,
No, you're good now. We did it.
all by saying nay. Ayes have it. This meeting has been adjourned and the next will begin in 5 minutes.
Perfect.
safety services and licenses to Clerk, could you please call roll call?
Councilwoman Graziano,
Present.
Councilman Ritz,
Present.
Councilman Trafficante, Councilwoman Baziri,
Present.
Councilman Andujar,
Present.
Council Vice President Horoyan,
Present.
Council President Wall.
Here.
I'm looking to check. Could I please have a motion to
Motion
approve the
to
minutes?
approve.
Second.
Any discussion?
Councilwoman Graziano,
Yes.
Councilman Ritz, Councilman Trafficante,
Yes. Yes.
Councilwoman Baziri,
Yes.
Councilman Andujar,
Yes.
Council Vice President Horoyan,
Yes.
Council President Wall.
Yes.
On the agenda is public comment. Public comments limited to only those matters apparent on the docket tonight. Is there anyone from the public that would like to come forward and speak tonight? Just state your name and your address clearly.
Raymond Grantmeyer, 418. Raymond Grantmeyer, 418 Laurel Hill Avenue, Cranston, Rhode Island. I'm here to talk about the restaurant. It's not just a restaurant. They serve liquor and they also have an open patio. That's probably 150 feet from my residence. And even up till 8 or 9 at night, we hear the talking gets louder when it's quieter at night. And I can't see that being till 11 o'clock in the residential area. So that's why I'm here, because of that. And like I said, they serve liquor. There's times there's cars outside with their radios blasting when they leave. So I think 8 or 9 is sufficient.
Thank you. Most of us have the area, and Councilman Andahau is very hands-on. Thank you for coming tonight and speaking.
I've got a question, Mr. Chair. Sir,
Sir? Ray, could you come back up, Councilman?
is that at the intersection of Farmington Avenue and Laurel Avenue?
What is that?
Is that at the intersection of Farmington and Laurel Avenue?
Farmington and Lowell, yes. Okay,
I'm sorry, could you restate your address too? I missed.
416 Laurel Hill.
Okay, next we're gonna go on to public hearing, Class BV liquor license transfer, and it's from JMM. Oh, is there anyone on for public comment?
There is no public comment online.
That's okay, thank you. Okay, anyone here from JMMH Corp. doing business as Ganza Asian Bistro located at 736 Park Avenue?
Yes, how are you?
The owner?
Yes, please owners.
Okay,
Yes. My name is Guo Champan, Guo2IANG. Last name is PAN. Yeah, I just have a ginza, and then because I'm sick, I stroke, so I have to sell my restaurant. That's the new owners here.
question right here. It says, I need a letter of good standing from
I
the
got
state
it.
of Rhode Island and a certificate of liability insurance.
I got it. Today I just upload,
Okay.
already upload.
When are you hoping for the sale to happen of your business to the new owner?
New owner he just buy it because I just sick. I can't work anymore, so I have to sell.
Do you have a closing date?
Yes, for the March 1st.
I'm going to ask for this to be continued into the next meeting next month because we need the letter of good standing and the certificate of liability insurance before I can transfer the liquor license.
it's already uploaded.
Did you upload it already?
Yeah, already today, this morning.
Solicitor? It's not selling. But we don't have the standing. I understand Brittany was not in today. Pretty important pieces of document.
They are. I mean, obviously, this is in your discretion, but I would recommend that you do continue this for several reasons. One, let's see if the closing does take place, even though we don't necessarily have to do that, but it seems that factor coupled with the other two, plus the fact that the license is good through this December, there really isn't a rush on this. So I would advise the committee to continue it 1 month,
Yeah, I
see
can
where we
bring
are.
that, just give me that 15 minutes, I bring that for you.
But
Because
that's-
I upload,
I cannot accept it as the council chairperson. We're gonna postpone this till next month. It'll be the beginning of the month, safety services. Your liquor license is good until December 1st, 2026. So it's not like there won't be a valid one. And then we can have those documents uploaded. So I'm gonna ask from Councilman Underhouse.
Sir, real simple. The sale, can the sale take place tomorrow or can the sale take place next month? When is the sale actually gonna happen where you transfer?
yeah, because I need a the legal license, then I can gather he can gather the business license, must be legal license first. Yeah, I have all the document, but today I just update today, this morning. But if you want, I can bring the original documents, papers come here. Just give me the 10, 15 minutes.
Madam Chair, can I ask him another question?
Of course you can.
Okay, so can you wait 1 month till everything comes in and the sale happens?
I can't wait because I have a leave and I have to the hospital. I have stroke, so I have as possible quick if I can get the license.
So Madam Chair, do you understand what's going on? Okay.
I do, 100%. Council President?
I defer to the solicitor. In this
Well-
situation, hold on, you're asking me a question?
Yes. I'd like to know if I could do special safety services before our next full council meeting, so he doesn't have to wait till next month,
Before our next council meeting.
our next full council meeting
Yeah, we can do that at.
on the 20th.
6:30, yeah,
We could do,
6:30, yeah. We have the regular meeting at 7. We can do it at 6:30 that night.
yeah, and that would only be 2 weeks away. Councilman Underhouse?
Mr. Solicitor, can we approve pending and then it just automatically happens? That way we don't have to have a special meeting?
We haven't had very good results with approving pending. This is why I've been chasing people for the last 2 months.
Yeah,
You could do it, but I would advise against it.
I mean, if he says he uploaded everything, I mean, I'm pretty sure we could take it for his word. He could go get it right now. But I mean, I understand you don't want to take copies and we don't accept them, but I mean, to hold this up for a month and go through the whole special meeting situation, we could just approve it pending that everything's uploaded. I mean, it's not his fault that we didn't have a worker that was absent today. It's on
Well,
us.
again, that's, what's legal is one thing. Is it legal to do it that way? Yes, but do I recommend it? I really don't recommend it, but it's really in the discretion of the committee. That's beyond my purview. It's up to you people on the committee.
I would like a motion to continue 17th, and we'll have a special meeting.
so moved.
Second.
If someone could just explain to this gentleman what we're doing, okay.
We have another council meeting on the 17th of this month. I'm going to do a special safety service meeting for you at 6:30.
Okay.
And if everything's in the portal and everything's good, we could pass it and then it could go to the full council.
Because
Okay.
last week, I already take the insurance and good standing, but I don't know how to use the computer. So I bring that to the city hall. City hall said you must be updated from the computer. So why so late? Okay, so 17, 6:30 here, right?
Very
Okay, thanks.
Clerk, could I have a vote on the continuance?
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz? Councilman Trafficante? Councilwoman Nazari?
Yes.
Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council Vice President Hoorian? Council President Wall?
Yes.
The next item on the agenda is expansion of hours. Las Homies LLC doing business as La Esquina, 411 Laurel Hill. This is their liquor and their Victorin license. Okay. Could you please state your name and your address?
Sure, thank you very much. My name is Nicholas Matlock, Matlach, address of 123 North Main Street in Providence, Rhode Island. I'm at council of record for Glassine.
So right now, they have had the current hours, Sunday through Thursday, 11:30 a.m. to 9, Saturday and Sunday, 11:30 a.m. to 10. There has been a lot of concern. When this business opened, there was a lot of concern. It's in a very residential area, as you heard the neighbor speak earlier. I have talked to Councilman Andahauer about this. We don't think it's possible to allow this to be open that late at night. And it's just not feasible. Sunday till 9, I mean, Sunday night is work night also, and the neighbors want to get some rest. Monday through Thursday, 11:30 to 9, Friday and Saturday till 10 p.m. I think we're comfortable, if I understood correct, till 8 p.m. if the patio could be shut down every night of the week. And we're looking at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, Councilman Andahauer.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So as you know, I represent the area and I've talked to many neighbors, and you have, two that are in the back that live, under 200 feet from the business. What I've noticed over the months, and you guys have been very well, excellent neighbors to the neighbors there. And, you guys have been running a very good business, but the lighting in the front is an issue, especially after hours. So there's got to be some way you could either dim those lights or maybe put a cover over. I don't know what you're going to do, but those lights are really, really bright. The patio is an issue. And, I've been focused on quality of life, and they don't have it. I mean, at night, especially in the summertime, you could hear the music, you could hear the people talking. I just stopped by there last night. There was a truck on the other side. I spoke to the owner, made him find out who the patron was. It's a really small place. It only fits like 10, 12 people. But we made him move the truck from the right side of the street over to the left. They do have parking, but due to the snow, everything's congested over there. So after speaking to some of the neighbors, we came up with, they're agreeable to let the patio stay open till 8 p.m. And the inside, as long as the music's not up, loud, which it hasn't been, and we haven't had any complaints and we haven't had any police issues, we're willing to go 10 p.m. inside with no issues. But I just want to be clear, but we do want a 90-day review. So you will be coming back here every 90 days. And every 90 days, I want to hear from all the neighbors, and I will be knocking on the doors to make sure you guys are abiding by the law. So that's what I recommend. It's up to the board and the rest of the members, but I recommend that the patio be closed at 8 and they can stay open till 10 p.m. and with reviews every 90 days.
So the requesting hours is till 9 on Sunday, Monday through Thursday. They're asking for Friday and Saturday to be open till 10 p.m. And you feel that would be okay?
Talking to the neighbors, Representative Lima and a few other people that live there, we're comfortable with 10 p.m. as long as the patio outside is closed by 8 p.m.
Councilor.
I'm looking for an emotion to
Hold
approve.
on a second. Madam Chair, I just want to be clear. Is that all right? All right, if I'm not mistaken, we're looking at the first one, Los Homies, right? They're requesting 9 AM to 11. Councilman Andahar has spoke with the neighbors. They're willing to compromise on 10 PM. That would be every night, correct?
Just the weekend, sir.
Just the weekend.
Just the
So
weekend,
10
still
PM on the
10.
weekend and keep the current hours during the weekdays. Patio hours, is that a weekend thing or is that every night? 8 o'clock, I believe.
I don't see the patio on here. I don't see that
I
we
don't
have
see a
expansion of
patio either.
hours. But I just want to make it for the record that we're in agreement that if they do anything out on the patio, because I believe it's state law that everybody could eat outside, 8 PM.
All right, so I'm gonna, as this goes forward, I'm certainly gonna support the ward councilman's recommendations. He's been in touch with the neighbors. He seems to have a good touch, and I think it's a fair compromise. So I'll be in support of your amendment to this.
Okay.
I'm just gonna speak out. From the corner of my eye, I saw the residents over there saying they don't agree, but did you talk to them?
Yes, I did speak to them, and the main issue was the outside patio.
Great.
So, and the outside patio, we cut it back from 9 to 8. The inside, I'm giving them compromising, giving them an hour, but I'm also reviewing them every 90 days.
Okay,
So if they
yeah.
fall out of line, we yank it back.
Yeah, and I would say, like, I think I would assume the most concern is during the nicer days, like the, May to October.
Councilman Badano?
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. I had a question. There's no entertainment license at this location, is that right? So,
I could find that out today. None?
okay, so to our knowledge, I guess, there's no entertainment license. That was my question. And I want to just echo what Councilman Andahar and Councilman Wall, Council President Wall said. I grew up on Laurel Hill Avenue. Matter of fact, my bus stop when I went to Bain was in front of this building. And it was never open after 6 o'clock for as long as I lived in the neighborhood, which was until about 8 years ago. It was like, and I think Councilman Campiano and I were sort of talking about this, reminiscing a little bit off the record before the meeting started. It was like a bread and milk store. Then it was a sandwich shop. And then it was like a little deli where you could buy like an Italian grinder or something. And then after that, it's changed hands a whole bunch of times in a very short period of time, and I lost track. So it always was a earlier in the day business. So I think, to be honest and frank, I think the fact that the council here is giving as much as we are is a big gift. And I haven't heard any issues about your location. I drive by there frequently and, nobody seems to have huge complaints. Obviously, there are some complaints and people have, some valid issues. But yeah, I think, and what's around you. There isn't a business around you for like a lot. The closest business is probably down on Dyer Avenue. So I think that, this is what we're proposing here is going to be pretty generous. And I just wanted to go on record saying that. And I think I totally agree with reviewing every so often. So make sure that the neighbors are satisfied. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Efren Sanchez. Efren Sanchez. Efren. REN. Yes, and I totally understand everything you're saying. I'm not trying to run a bar. I'm trying to run like a family establishment where people come and they leave at their time. I'm 45 years old. I want to be home early too. Our manager is running the place too. He's got a new set of twins. He wants to be home too. We just want to give people a little chance that they can come in and have a drink with their meal. I don't not just serve drinks to I want people to have the food too. If they come in and order one drink, second one, if they don't order food, I tell them no, because I respect the community. I respect everybody's around us. And that we want to be there for a long time. Many places have left there, but we want to stay there for a while. And we want to be in a place, also, we do not have speakers outside, to make that clear. That you can check. I didn't take them off right now or anything. But other than that, we will comply with everything you say. The 90 days is perfect. And anything you say, we're here to listen and obey.
Councilman Anderhauer?
No, and I want to thank you for coming and saying that. Like I said, it's a really small establishment. It fits maybe 15 people. Every time I've been in there, people have had food with their beverage of choice. So you are running a well business and you are part of the business community, but you're also in a residential neighborhood. So I think by giving you this extra hour on the weekends for you for a test phase, for a trial period, it'll demonstrate to the neighbors that you're practicing what you're preaching. So thank you for coming today. Thank you for acknowledging us and being able to work with us. But the people that you really need to talk to are the people back there, because they're the ones that call me every day. They're the ones that actually live next to you. So if they hear anything, they're gonna call me and then they're gonna call the police. And I don't want to get that phone call. So please be a good neighbor. And you know where they live, knock on their door, say, hey, how you doing? Any complaints? Be a business person and just be a part of the community. Thank you.
You. Okay, I'm gonna ask for the motion, Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., with coming back in 90 days for a review, and the patio closing at 8 p.m.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, may I have a roll call vote?
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Traficante?
Yes.
Councilwoman Nazari?
Yes.
Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council Vice President Hawaiian? Council President Wall?
Yes.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is LSF Cranston LLC, doing business as Legal Seafood, 175 Hillside Avenue. Is anyone here from Legal Seafood? Come right up to the podium. State your name and your address.
My name is Donna Cruz.
You got,
Donna Cruz.
And-
Want the address of the establishment? 175 Hillside Road.
Quiet, please, in the back. Quiet, please.
175 Hillside Road.
and Donna, it looks like you're just asking to open earlier.
Yeah, we'd like to serve brunch, so that's why we want to open at 10 instead of 11:30.
Yeah, so they're requesting Sunday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., Monday through Thursday, 11:30 a.m. to 9 p.m., Friday, 11:30 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. I'm going to ask for a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion?
Right here, Councilwoman.
Councilman Wall?
Seeing Garden City is in my ward, and I said that hour earlier, I don't think it's going to affect any of my residents. I certainly will be in support of this change.
Thank you. Clerk, may I please have?
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Traficante?
Yes.
Councilwoman Nazari?
Yes.
Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council Vice President Hawaiian?
Yes,
Council President Wall?
Yes.
thank you very much for coming tonight. Okay, next on the show cause, Class BV liquor license solicitor. They had submitted it and everything is in order. Nobody.
Yeah, I had spoken to Ms. Richards regarding this matter, and she had asked me, this is like a month ago, how to handle this, because at the time, I think she had not received evidence that there was an insurance policy in effect. I suggested that she put it on for show cause, just so we could maintain control over it. And my understanding is that there was a reinstatement presented, I think maybe a couple of weeks ago, it looks like January 15th. So at this time, I think the show cause can just pass. There's no action that needs to be taken unless the committee wants to take some action, but okay. You don't even need a motion, just for the record that the show cause hearing may just pass from the calendar.
For the record, show cause may pass for the record. Business carried over. It says 39 West, renewal was denied. I'm going to ask for a motion to reconsider that.
So move.
Second.
If I may,
Yep.
Madam Chair, if there's no discussion, I just wanted to give the committee some information as to the events that led up to tonight with regard to this particular establishment. So this particular establishment was one of many that did not renew back in December. And there were several. And over the course of the last 2 months, as you know, I've reported this before, I worked in tandem with the clerk's office as well as the Cranston Police Department through enforcement action. And as of tonight, just about every liquor establishment in the city now is compliant, okay? However, having said that, and I don't want this to look like I'm singling out any particular business, but the circumstances here were slightly different. This committee did take a vote back at the beginning of January to deny the renewal of this license. That was not done with many of the other businesses. And this is after multiple attempts to get these owners to comply with our requirements. It took, as I said, the efforts of the clerk's office, myself, and the Cranston Police Department at expense to the taxpayers of Cranston to force compliance from this business. And the fact that they're not here tonight, to me, is a little upsetting as well. It was not, and it should not be taken as a granted that this committee was going to vote to reinstate them. I recall getting a phone call from the Cranston Police when they went down there in mid-January with the owner saying at that time, well, I don't understand why you're here. I'm in compliance, so on and so forth. Well, that may have been true at that time. However, he did it at his leisure. He did it at the last moment. He did it after he was already in a non-renewal phase. And yet he continued to serve alcohol anyway. Be that as it may, we're here tonight to reconsider denial of that renewal. All I'm saying on behalf of the administration and myself is that, again, I don't think that this should just be approved lightly. By that, I mean, okay, so now you're in compliance. It took you 8 weeks. It took several efforts, and it took the expense incurred by the city of Cranston to get you to comply. I think there should be some penalty here, if you want to call it that. So if the committee is going to take a vote on this, I suggest that as a condition of the renewal, that they pay $500, which is extremely low. We could have fined them $500 as an ongoing violation. They could be looking at thousands of dollars. I don't think that's unreasonable. I just don't think in this situation that they should get off lightly here. They really put the city through a lot, and the attitude, frankly, was lacking. It just doesn't seem like they're taking any of this seriously to me. That's what it seems like. So I would suggest if you're going to reconsider, first take that vote, you reconsider. If you're going to approve this, approve it subject to, my request would be the payment of $500 within 14 days. And if the payment is not made, there will be another show cause hearing on the license. Thank you.
Solicitor, who would issue the fine to them and who would collect it?
I will issue the letter explaining that they've got, if the committee approves and adopts this, obviously, I'll send the letter out. Informing them, they got 14 days. I'll stay in touch with the clerk's office. We have great communication. Brittany will let me know if it's not paid. We can revisit it with a show cause. That's my
Solicitor.
suggestion.
President Wall.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I don't think your statement is unreasonable. I know that the effort it took to get a number of businesses, including this business in, and to come into compliance. It is certainly concerning to myself as well that after this time and this effort, they didn't show this evening, even though they would deliver another letter. So I'd be in support of, would it be approval subject to payment of a $500 fine? Is that what the figure we were looking at?
I would suggest that the motion be, yes, the grant or the positive vote in favor of renewal be subject to the payment of a $500 fine within 14 days.
14 days
If
of
it's
this
not
evening.
paid,
Yeah.
I'm suggesting 14 days. If you want to give them less or more, that's up to you. I just
No, I think that's-
split the difference between now and 30 days, basically. But yeah, and if not, I suggest, well, I'd not suggest, I will ask for a show cause hearing immediately at next month's meeting and be done with this particular business because, as I said, they went beyond the pale
To
compared to other
to
businesses.
finish my statements, I'd be concur with that. I think that's fair. I think we for the first time, we're sending kind of a message is that, you know, our laws and ordinances mean something. So I'd agree.
This is my ward. I'm not gonna argue about the $500 fine. As long as we set a precedence that if we run across other businesses in similar situations, we're gonna do the exact same thing.
Yes, and Councilman Trafficante, to your point, that's why I prefaced my remarks, as you may recall. I don't want it to look like we're singling out any particular business, but the facts of this particular case are very, very unique. That's the reason I'm suggesting it. There's a lot I can't even discuss here in the open that went on behind the scenes.
The only reason I bring it up is because we have a number of businesses that have not renewed their licenses and are still operating.
I'm going to get into that a little bit later because we have the list that's going to be coming up later on, but we've made a lot of progress with that, a lot of progress.
I'll go after Councilwoman Graziano.
Thank you. Through the chair to the solicitor. So can you just clarify, they have applied for a new license?
No, what happened here was they were up for renewal, okay, as of December. They did not renew. On January 5th, they, along with a host of other businesses, were on the calendar, okay, for consideration then. I mean, it gets complex because we're going retroactively back to December 1st. So all the businesses should have done this by December 1st. They didn't. The soonest we could get them on a calendar after they complied was the month later because we meet every 30 days. So on January 5th, many of the businesses came into compliance and the committee approved those renewals. This one did not. So the committee voted at that time not to renew. So what I advised the clerk's office to do, and you know, to the chairwoman or the president, whoever sets the agenda, I suggested, well, I think they were already on the agenda for this month, but I did tell the clerk's office that we would have to consider this as a motion to reconsider because they were denied. So as of January 5th, they had no license to operate. And between January 5th and now, they came into compliance, okay? But the fact remains, even though they came into compliance, they were not renewed.
Oh, so okay, so that's the piece I need to know. So basically, from the date of denial, they were notified by the city of what happened, then they reapplied for their license, and they're asking for us to reconsider the denial.
Just so we're clear, they didn't reapply. What they did was they came into compliance with, they owed the fee, they owed the certificate of good standing, they came into compliance. It wasn't a new application. So the renewal was kind of in, you know, this no man's land from January 5th up to now.
But technically, today, they're in compliance, and you're just asking for reconsideration with a fine. I do have one other question. I will say, I want on the record that I am not happy that they have showed up 0 times before this committee. I think it's disrespectful, and I am not happy about it, and especially not even coming with an apology this evening. The only reason I'm willing to reconsider it is because you are gonna, you have recommended the fine and they are in compliance, but I would like somehow it be known, I don't know how that is, or if we can do that, that next time they have to show up at a meeting.
I'm gonna send a letter out. I'll leave it at that.
Madam Chair, I've been frequently driving by that place and I don't really see a lot of people there. So I do feel for the business. I don't think that they're making a ton of money. Instead of the $500 fine, I would like to basically ask for a $100 fine a day until they come in. So if they want to stay 14 days without coming in and paying the fine, then they owe $1,400. I rather imply $100 a day penalty starting today. So tomorrow they're already at $100. And if they come in by Friday, then what are they gonna pay? $300-400? That's what I recommend.
We could compromise, do the 500 and then $100 a day after the 2 weeks.
I think that's too low, Madam Chair. I think if we're gonna do 500 today, they have to come in by Friday.
Totally in the discretion of the committee.
I don't even know, what if they're away on vacation or something? We got to get,
Then the business should be shut down.
all right.
It's your show.
Now, let's vote now on the reconsideration. Clerk, could I have a roll call on the recommit? Then we have to go to the motion to the next one. We have to, Council President,
Was there a motion made? I'm sorry, I
No,
lost track.
There was no motion
Okay,
made,
so we need a motion to reconsider in a second. If,
motion to reconsider.
I'll
So
give you a
moved.
motion to reconsider. Second.
Had, because we're in discussion. Now,
Okay.
clerk, can I have a
That's fine.
roll call vote?
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
yes.
Council Trafficante? Councilwoman Nazari?
Yes.
Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council Vice President Horoyan?
Yes.
Council President Wall?
Yes.
Now,
There would be a motion to approve the
Subject
renewal,
to-
the renewal,
renewal,
subject to the conditions that we've discussed. Payment of a $500 fine within 14 days,
Council President,
if that's what you want to do. I'm not telling you what to do.
We're kind of in between, and certainly I see Councilman Andujar's point that perhaps our fine is too low. But I think we do need a kind of a finite period of time. We had a 14-day period is finite. I would be willing to compromise if we think that's too much of a time frame to go to maybe $500 within the next 7 days. That way it comes closer to what you're saying, but you have a definite time frame. 7 days from this evening.
I would say in fairness, well, they didn't show up. Maybe I'll get this letter out tomorrow.
Okay.
When they'll receive it, I don't know. So they may get it the day before and they've got 1 day to pay. I'm not overly sympathetic to them, I gotta be honest, because they didn't even show up here tonight and they'd have notice of it.
Yeah.
I could have a police officer even deliver it.
I would prefer that through the chair.
Okay.
Councilman Andujar, it looked like you wanted to say something else.
No, I would just say that we could have a police officer go to the property address, the owner's address on record and cite and post at the business. So they'll get the message.
Seven days.
I think so, Madam Chair. I mean, we have to send the message. They are operating with liquor, so God forbid something happens. But we need to start growing teeth. I think I've said that in other things we're trying to create too, so.
And Councilwoman Graziano.
So, through the chair, to the solicitor, it's after the 14 days if they don't pay the fines.
We immediately show cause them. I'd have to think about this a little. I might even send the police department back down and seize the liquor.
So, okay, so the question that I'm asking is, so if they don't do anything, don't pay the fines by the 14 days posted in the letter, either delivered by a police officer and sent certified mail return receipt, then after 14 days, their liquor license is no longer valid?
Correct.
Okay.
Let me just,
Council-
let me make sure I'm clear as well. So after that 7-day period. Well, wait a minute. Let me just figure, I got that part. But after the 7-day period, is that the sunset of our agreement here? Where they do not get, they have to come in and show cause. That deal's off the table. Make them come back in.
No,
That's not it?
you could still have that deal, but the way I'm approaching it is this. If they don't comply after 7 days,
7 days,
as
yeah.
far as I'm concerned, this renewal has not taken effect, which means what? They're operating without a license, which means in turn, I can send the police department, as I did several times, to go down there and say, you've got till the end of the day to remove all the liquor from your establishment, or we will seize it. And then we can have a show cause hearing as to whether or not you want to revoke them permanently. So the show cause would still be relevant,
Okay.
even if we, stop them at that point.
Yeah. Which I think that's, you're really showing you do have some teeth. We're enforcing it. We're not just saying it, we're going to enforce it.
Yes.
Yes, it's, I think it's a bit, I think it's a good distinction. So I'd be in favor of that.
I'm gonna ask for a motion to approve this, subject to a $500 fine that is due 7 days from tomorrow. And if it's not paid, then the liquor license is not valid, and then we will show cause them. Do you want me to add the $100 a day after the 500?
Yes.
And the $100 a day after the 500 not being paid in 1 week from tomorrow?
So moved.
Second that.
Second.
Clerk, may I please have a roll call vote?
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz? Council Trafficante? Councilwoman Baziri?
Yes.
Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council Vice President Haroyan?
Yes.
Council President Wall?
Yes.
Thank you, everyone. Class B vehicle liquor license renewal, Mexican City Tacos and Tequila LLC, located at 1177 Reservoir Ave. I'm going to ask for a motion to approve. Everything is in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, could I have a roll call vote?
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Trafficante?
Yes.
Councilwoman Baziri?
Yes.
Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council Vice President Haroyan?
Yes.
Council President Wall?
Yes.
Okay. Victorine license is new, DMM Pizza and food located at 41 Warwick Avenue. Nobody is here from that, right? They don't have their Department of Health. I'm going to ask for a motion to continue.
Motion to continue.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Trafficante?
Yes.
Councilwoman Baziri?
Yes.
Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council Vice President Haroyan? Yes. Council President Wall?
Yes.
Okay, next one's Love and Table, doing business at 88. 30,
Pull that thing up.
one here from that business.
Madam Chair, I believe that is the transferee of the transfer liquor request. I mean, they don't have a Department of Health license in any event.
So you want a motion to continue till the special meeting, which will be held on the 17th of February? I've made the motion. It's gonna be a second.
So moved.
Any discussion? Clerk, could I have a vote?
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Trafficante?
Yes.
Councilwoman Baziri?
Yes.
Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council Vice President Haroyan?
Yes.
Council President Wall?
Yes.
License renewals before the committee. Victorine License Bank, so they're all different, so I can't bundle, correct?
Well, I mean, you could, but there aren't many here. I would go A, B. I would just go A, B, C, and D. When you get to E, you can bundle those.
Thank you. Additional hours Victorine License, Sapphire Enterprise doing business as Mutual Mart, 397 Dyer Avenue. Everything's in order. Could I please have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, could I have a roll call vote?
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Trafficante? Councilwoman Baziri?
Yes.
Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council Vice President Haroyan?
Yes.
Council President Wall?
Yes.
Okay, next Gravel Bank license. Everything's in order. Could I please have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Councilman Kim Papiano, do you have a?
Yes, I do have a question. Thank you, Madam Chair. I see the hours, Monday to Friday, 7 to 5, but I know they work way past that. I drive by there all the time and they're open past 6 and they're open on Saturday. So I don't know why the hours are 7 to 5.
Jeanette, so solicitor, what would you suggest? I can't police the gravel pit.
Uh, Well, just so I understand what Councilman Campobiano was saying, so you're saying that they're operating outside of the hours that are already set?
Absolutely. I see trucks drive there on Saturday morning and well past 5 every day.
Then I would suggest you continue it and ask them to come in and have them explain it to make you more comfortable.
Council President,
Yeah, the solicitor said basically what I was gonna say, except I probably would, I mean, their past license was what, 7 to 5? This is no change, but what the councilman is saying is they operate much later. So, I mean, they're not, right now, they're not even in compliance with their own hours, so I have no problem with that. I would have just said, bring them in after we approve it, but either way works for me.
license is good now till 3/1, so could I please have a motion to,
Mr. Solicitor, I know they're in a certain zone. What is their maximum hours of operation?
Yeah, I'd have to look that up. I believe that's probably an industrial area.
There is an ordinance that sets the maximum hours for gravel pit, so I'm looking at.
Yeah. I wanted to say,
Section.
Go ahead.
Section 5.36.30, between the hours of 5 PM and 7 AM, no person shall operate any stone crusher, gravel bank, gravel pit, pneumatic drill, or stone quarry within the city or suffer or allow any dynamiting, sandblasting, or any other blasting to be done between such hours. Between the hours of 8 PM and 7 AM, no person shall operate any asphalt plant. So, sorry, that was, so 5 PM to 7 AM is the restrictions by ordinance.
Madam Chair.
Between those hours, you can't operate.
So
Councilman.
operating, meaning the gate can't open and
Yes,
trucks can go
that's-
in and out?
Oh, it says, no person shall operate any stone crusher, gravel bank, gravel pit, pneumatic drill, or stone quarry within. So you can't operate the machinery.
Right.
But whether that's, doesn't really say trucking, but
yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I think that would mean on-site operations. That's how I would interpret that. I mean, think about it. If the office manager wanted to come in at 6 o'clock and went through the gate, is that operating? I wouldn't think that's the intent of the ordinance. I think 5 PM was the cutoff time because of the noisiness, obviously, of that machinery, that heavy machinery there. So that's why it's all more important to get them in here and have them, explain what the operation is.
all right,
I didn't make a motion. I was just speculating, saying I probably would have said approve it with these hours, because that's the hours in the past that we thought were fine with the community. And then pull them in to make sure that they're following those hours.
What you could do is this: if you wanted to approve this, subject to these hours as outlined in the ordinance, you can approve it, but at the same time, we could show cause them for next month and ask them to explain. You could do that.
Only because we're not gonna have their license period. Oh, it's a 27. So we could continue it and have them come in. I was thinking it was next month. Right. Well, it's, okay, all right.
Yeah,
Then
that's why.
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to have at the special meeting.
I'm not
too, if
gonna,
you
we're
wanted
not
to.
gonna do that in the special meeting.
Yeah, I know.
Madam Chair, I would recommend just to approve it, and I mean, if one of us, I mean, we're under oath, if we go by there and we see them operating something at 7 o'clock, then we bring them in. I mean, this is a big business. They are, been in business for a long time, so I don't see why we should hold them up. So I would recommend just to approve it, and then we supervise them, and if we see something out of ordinary, then we just haul them in.
They have responded in the past. They do appear.
Council President Wall,
I would just question, and I would defer to Councilman Campobiano. Are you seeing them operating beyond these hours? Maybe we have someone right in our midst right now who sees it happening now. I'm not sure if he said there's trucks going in or they're operating that heavy machinery during that time. That's what.
But to that point, I drive by there on a Saturday morning and I see the gravel coming over that conveyor belt, whether that's a crusher or not. I see gravel coming over that conveyor belt every Saturday morning. So maybe they need to explain, well, that's not crushing, it is crushing, but I see trucks coming out and I see gravel being moved around, so I'm assuming that's a crusher.
Through the
I mean, I'll
chair,
watch this Saturday when I go by and
through the chair,
report back.
as we sit, you'd like him to come in. is what I
I would.
Okay.
We did receive, and I see former councilwoman over there, that Nicole, that we had many complaints about that area and the noise and that's going on.
Councilman Andahar?
Councilman, I apologize. I only heard you say trucks in and out, so I didn't hear the gravel part. I apologize. Let's call them in.
I'm gonna ask for a motion to approve this so that they don't operate without a license. But could we put them on the show cause just to come in and say we've had some complaints about different hours?
Put the show cause on, yeah, for the next safety services meeting, so it's right after the new licenses to take effect.
So motion to approve. Do I have to state about the show cause as well? Just motion to approve. That's just, we just scheduled. So motion to approve.
Second, please.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, roll call vote.
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Trafficante? Councilwoman Nazari?
Yes.
Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council Vice President Haroyan? Council President Wall?
Yes.
Okay, leasing of motor vehicles, American Performance Auto Rental at 1006 Cranston Street. I'd like a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Just for the record, this is a great business. They're great people in the community, so I support this 100%.
Thank you. Clerk, could I have a roll call vote?
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Trafficante? Councilwoman Nazari?
Yes.
Councilman Andu?
Yes.
Council Vice President Haroyan?
Yes.
Yes.
Ultra Motor Car Incorporated doing business as Brian's Auto Rental at 1085 Cranston Street. Could I please have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discuss? Clerk, could we have a roll call vote?
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Trafficante?
Yes.
Councilwoman Nazari?
Yes.
Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council Vice President Haroyan?
Yes.
Council President Wall?
Yes.
Massage therapy license, number one, Face and Body by Diane Crawley, located at 960 Reservoir Avenue. Could I please have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, could we please have a roll call vote?
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Trafficante?
Yes.
Councilwoman Nazari?
Yes.
Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council Vice President Haroyan?
Yes.
Council President Wall?
Yes.
Next is KML Therapy, Kristen Charlson, located at 681 Park Ave, Suite 22. Could I please have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Could I please have,
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Trafficante?
Yes.
Nazari?
Yes.
Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council President Haroyan? President Wall?
Yes.
okay, next Sunday, can everyone just take a quick look at them? 1 through 7, everything is in order. And I'd like a motion to take them as a bundle. Without objection.
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
Hearing no objection, now you're gonna just move to approve it.
Could I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? Nope. Clerk, can I have a roll call vote?
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Trafficante? Councilwoman Nazari?
Yes.
Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council Vice President Haroyan? Council President Wall?
Next mobile.
Yes. Hold on one second. Thank you.
Next under F, did everyone have a chance to look at that? There is no action. It's for informational purposes only. Okay, monthly schedules. Everyone have a chance to look at the monthly schedules? All right, can we please just, can I have a motion to take a vote on these schedules and accept them into the record?
Motion to accept them into the record.
Second. Any discussion? Clerk, could I have a roll call vote?
Councilwoman Graziano,
Yes.
Councilman Ritz, Councilman Trafficante, Councilwoman Baziri,
Yes.
Councilman Andujar,
Yes.
Council Vice President Haroyan,
Yes.
Council President Wall.
Yes.
Under communications, we have nothing listed. Next, licenses approved, subject to not yet issued. Solicitor, did you want to speak under this?
Yes, just very briefly, just to bring the committee up to date with the latest. So I'm happy to announce that with regard to the BV liquor license holders, that just about the entire city, every business is in compliance. You'll note there are 3 names there. However, I'm confident that 2 of them are probably not operating. So that basically leaves 1, Frontera. And they, again, for the committee's edification, I have obtained a restraining order from the Superior Court. They're going to be served with that by the Cranston Police either tomorrow or Wednesday. They will have a court date on February 9th, which means as soon as they're served with that restraining order, the Superior Court judge has ordered them to cease and desist all operations. It's unfortunate it had to come to that, but there still has been no response, incredibly, after all of this time. Unless the
minute.
clerk has different information. I
What
tried to
business
find out
was
today.
that, Solicitor?
I believe that was La Frontera Market. And with regard to the victualling licenses, I'm going to turn my attention to those next. I notice a lot of those are just really, they need to pay the fee. But the alcohol was the priority for obvious reasons in December and January. So now I'll be turning my attention to that. I hope by the next time I come before you that we have just about every business in compliance in the city. Okay.
None in Ward 3.
Motion to adjourn? In favor, say aye. All those opposed, say nay. Aye.
Answered 5 minutes. Okay. So I'll just wait for the president, give us 30 seconds. Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call the Finance Committee meeting to order, Monday, February 20th, 2026 at 7:11 PM. Clerk, please take a roll.
Councilwoman Graziano,
Present.
Councilman Ritz,
Present.
Council Trafficante,
Present.
Councilwoman Vaziri,
Present.
Council Vice President Hawaiian. Present. Councilman Andujar,
Present.
Council President Wall.
Here.
I would like to entertain a motion to approve the minutes from January 5th, 2026 regular meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, please take a roll.
Councilwoman Graziano,
Yes.
Councilman Ritz,
Yes.
Council Trafficante,
Yes.
Councilwoman Vaziri,
Yes.
Council Vice President Hawaiian. Yes. Councilman Andujar,
Yes.
Council President Wall.
Yes.
May I entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the January 20, 2026 special meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, clerk, please take a roll.
Councilwoman Graziano,
Yes.
Councilman Ritz.
Yes.
Council Trafficante.
Yes.
Councilwoman Vaziri,
Yes.
Council Vice President Hawaiian. Yes. Councilman Andujar,
Yes.
Council President Wall.
Yes.
Seeing that there are no committee businesses matters carried over, no correspondence, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on docketed items only? Please step up to the podium. Please say your name and address.
Stephen Stikos, 37 Ferncrest Avenue. I want to speak on the proposed change to the veterans exemption, and I want to urge you to vote against that for several reasons. The most important is that this is a lot of money. I'm sure there are veterans who are in difficult times and could use our help, but this would be every veteran. And I'm sure there are veterans who are doctors, lawyers, businessmen, who have plenty of money. And I don't think as a city can afford this. Currently, according to the tax assessor, there are about 1,500 people who use this exemption at a cost of $277,000 a year. And the proposal, as I see it, have worked it out, would cost about $600,000 more over the 3-year period that's outlined in the ordinance, proposed ordinance. That would be $100,000 the first year, $200,000 the second year, and the full $300,000 the third year. And this money, I think, could be much better used funding our schools, or if you are not a fan of funding schools, the city's police and fire pension fund is 27% funded. This is a big cloud hanging over the city's finances. And if there's extra money around, it should, I think, some of it should go there. The other thing that I want to point out is that I think this ordinance, this proposal, violates the city charter in 2 ways. One is there's no fiscal note. And reading from section 3.13 of the city charter says, no ordinance whose passage will obligate or cause the city of Cranston to expend funds shall be reported out of committee or placed on the docket of the Cranston City Council for consideration without a fiscal note attached to said proposed ordinance. Said note shall be supplied by the Department of Finance and shall indicate the approximate costs that the city will incur or be obligated to pay or guarantee if the proposed ordinance is passed. And then skipping to the bottom of the paragraph, any ordinance which requires a fiscal note which is passed without a fiscal note attached thereof shall be deemed null and void.
That's one section.
1 minute, 1 minute.
The second section has to do, is section 617. 617, and because my time is about to run out, I would just point you to that, which says any expenditure by the city, additional expenditure by the city has to be proposed by the mayor. The council cannot initiate a extra expenditure. That's 617. So I would urge you to vote against this. Number one, because it's a poor expenditure of money in difficult times. And number two, because it violates the city charter in 2 sections.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in the chamber that would like to speak on docketed items only? Please come up to the podium, state your name, address. You have 4 minutes.
Good evening, Robert Murray, 75 Debbie Drive, Cranston, Rhode Island. I'm here tonight to speak on ordinance 1-26-02. Some may recall I was here in January and expressed concern in the drafting and legal basis of the prior ordinance number 12-2505S. I appreciate that this revision may be an alternative, but I still wish to point out a few things for your consideration. I did not see this actual draft until last Friday. Earlier in the month, I did share some thoughts on this topic with your counsel in the solicitor's office. Specifically, I raised the issue of state preemption in the area of taxes. It seems clear that the proponents of this ordinance desire to provide for an increase in the tax exemption being offered to some class of veterans in our city. Certainly a laudable goal. As drafted tonight, I'm not sure it accomplishes what you want in its reliance on Rhode Island General Law 44-3-24 is misplaced. That statute allows the tax assessor to make a tax adjustment for all persons in the city, not just veterans. However, the power given only applies during years following a citywide property revaluation. The intent being to ensure that tax bills reflect the same monetary savings for an exemption from one's property tax bill as it did prior to the revaluation. Cranston's last revaluation is for the 2024 tax year, effective December 31, 2023. Cranston did not conduct a revaluation last year, and one is not scheduled for this year. So I must question your ability to rely on this statute as you do in the ordinance. Even if there were a revaluation, the second issue arises to the $5,000 figure. It appears somewhat arbitrary and certainly would not follow the dictates of the enabling statute as to generating the same monetary savings. That takes the issue back to the existing statutory authority. I again raise whether the city should be looking at enabling legislation and amending statute 44-3-4 as it applies to Cranston. The state constitution and case law clearly limit a municipality's home rule authority in the areas of taxes. The General Assembly has exclusive power in this area, and I respectfully urge you to get the necessary authority to achieve your goal in this regard. I also urge someone to request a fiscal note for the current fiscal year and the next 2 years as required under the charters Mr. Stico cited. Finally, I know there's near unanimous support for this ordinance given the list of sponsors. At the extreme risk of being blasphemous, may I touch upon one more issue? Last month, there was a debate about naming the senior tax exemption after the mayor. Frankly, I disagreed with that suggestion, and it did not pass on a tie vote. Tonight, this ordinance proposes to be named in honor of my dear friend and former mayor, Councilman Trafficani. My relationship with the mayor goes back 55 years to my first year at Cranston East. As a Korean War veteran, his service to our nation should always be remembered and acknowledged. He is certainly worthy of any accolade he receives, but can I say his contribution to country and community are worth far more than a tagline in some flyer in the assessor's office. A veteran, a teacher, an administrator, coach, decades of civic and community involvement, a councilman, a mayor, a school committee member, and now a return to this council on behalf of Ward 5 is a distinguished resume worth more than a snipe on some tax exempt list. His love of this city and his historic engagement to better all our lives mandates more than a line in this ordinance. If I had a vote, I would be thinking much bigger, and may I be bold to suggest the naming of the AES Charter School on Sharp Drive could be a lasting monument to this gentleman. I hope someone might pursue that with the school committee. Finally, this would be a worthy tribute reflecting not just his service as a veteran, but as a community superstar. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else in the audience that would like to speak on docketed items only? Seeing none, Tom, is there anyone online?
There is no public comment online.
At this point, may I entertain a motion to take a 5-minute recess?
So moved.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? We are in recess for 5 minutes. Okay. Moving on. New matters before the committee, ordinance 126-02, ordinance and amendment of Title 3, Revenue and Finance of the City of Cranston Code of Ordinances 2025, entitled Chapter 3.12.060, Adjustment of Exemption of Veterans in Compliance with Title 44, Chapter 3, Title 24 of the General Laws of the State of Rhode Island. So I just want to thank everybody for helping me out with this. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to our veterans. Traff, Mayor, Councilman, I've known you for a year and I have nothing but the most upright respect for you. I thank you for your leadership. I thank you for everything you've done for this city. And as someone here said that a school should be named after you, I did try to name Gladstone after you, but the school chair shot it down. So anything I could do to embrace your legacy and move your legacy on, whether it's even if it's on a paperclip, I am going to try to do it. So with that said, we do have some errors that we found, so we are going to regroup. But before I make a motion to continue this, I want everybody to, if they have any questions or any comments, to be able to say it now before I make a motion to continue. So the floor is open if anybody wants to say anything. Mr. President, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I may have a couple of questions. Probably, I'm going to ask the auditor and the solicitor. There was a question brought up, and I think it's important that the chairman's right, listen, and he said, you know what, we could, it's a good idea to continue it. Let's get all our dots crossed, our I's and T's in the right places. The first thing I'd ask Solicitor Videcchia, seems to be some confusion over the years whether we can pass something out of committee in accordance with the charter, and then have the financial note as we go before the full council. And I know there's a little discussion on that matter. If you could provide some clarification on that.
Yeah, the charter and the code, the charter is much more detailed than the code. The code doesn't say that it can't come out of committee. It says it just can't be considered by the council without the fiscal note. However, the charter does say, as Mr. Stikos had said, that it can't even be reported out of committee without the fiscal note. So I would have to agree that the charter would require a fiscal note before it can even be passed out of committee for consideration by the council. So, but there is a little bit of a inconsistency between the charter and the code, but the charter is going to trump the code.
Okay. Well, thank you for that clarification, because over the years, and I know there has been some discussion whether that was the right procedure. Going forward, we'll make sure that goes correctly. I'm certainly appreciate former Councilman Stikos's.
And just for the record, one of the problems, the question that always came up was, well, who requests the fiscal note and who's responsible for getting it done? And basically the way the code reads, and I believe the charter, is that the committee in the first instance requests the fiscal note. So there was always, we would always come to meetings and everyone would be, well, who asks for the note? Was it done? This and that. I suggested at the time that when the fiscal note is required, that you put it on the record, that the committee is requesting a fiscal note. So that removes any confusion with regard to who's requesting it and when it was requested, more importantly, the timing of it.
Through the chair. However, that wouldn't work now that we've relooked at the charter, because it can't even come before us until we have a fiscal note. So, but when you put it on the agenda,
but
the person sponsoring will have to request it.
And Mike may disagree. I think they're two separate issues. I think you can simply request, you could say, we need a fiscal note, okay? But it stays in committee. You can't vote on it until you get the fiscal note back. I mean, that's the way I see it, or else you could never put anything on the agenda, because you would have to come in with fiscal note in hand attached to the proposed ordinance. Maybe, Mike, you think that's the way it should be done? I don't know, but then that creates the question, well, then how does that process get started and accomplished. Who was the one that would make the request and so on and so forth?
And again, you guys have a little different procedure, but I would think that if you're the sponsor of the ordinance, before it even gets on the agenda, according to the charter, it can't even be on the agenda without a fiscal note. So the sponsor, once it's drafted by the solicitor's office or my office, whoever drafts it, would then, I guess, tell the sponsor that we need to get this to the finance to get the fiscal note. It's clear that it's the finance department who prepares a fiscal note, right, on behalf of the administration. So that needs to happen. But I think that according to the charter that was just read, you can't even get on the agenda until you get that fiscal note. Otherwise, it would be ridiculous. You get the ordinance on an agenda, then you have another hearing when you get the fiscal note, then you have another hearing with the ordinance with the fiscal note, you pass that out of committee, and then you go to the full council. I mean, that makes no sense.
That's why I say, so the code is a little bit contradictory to the charter, because the code almost says the opposite. The code says that it has to emanate from the committee, the request. That's how the code reads. So there's obviously some tension between the code and the charter.
It would almost appear that we would have to put it on committee, the 2 sessions. Once with the fiscal note, and that can't be the intention, but that's the way it sounds here. That we'd have to put it on committee, request a fiscal note, go back to committee with the fiscal note, then take a vote on it, see if it gets out of committee, and then put it before the council. That's what it sounds like. It can't be right. It sounds like a more efficient procedure that if I'm the sponsor of said ordinance, I ask the finance director to have a fiscal note prepared.
Let me just say from experience, and this is, Mike makes a great presentation, and he's probably right, but I'm speaking from experience, having appeared before this council and these various committees over the last several years, and I can tell you this much. Every time the issue of a fiscal note came up, there was mass confusion as to who's supposed to request it, who did request it, when did they request it, to whom did they direct it to? So that procedure is all well and good. All I'm saying to everyone here is that if you're the sponsor, make sure you document, preferably in email or in writing, that you're requesting the fiscal note to be attached to your ordinance, to whom you're directing it, because I guarantee you that that issue will come up, because it's come up. I can't tell you how many times it's come up while I served in this capacity. So.
Thank you, Solicitor. I'm not sure how to address your title. Is it Assistant Director? No, I have to do it properly. Communications Director Renzulli. But you were going to add something to this.
Well,
Through
when
the
it's,
chair,
through the
sorry.
chair, when it's introduced as new business at the council meeting before, that's
Then
what you could request it then,
Yeah.
and then it would be on the
That would
record.
be logical. Yeah, that
And
makes sense. That's
if
a good
you, assuming there would be enough time for the director to produce the fiscal note, if you wanted to tell him before that, you could also do that, but there is no time limit, as far as I understand, attached to the fiscal note. Like you need 60 days for a traffic study. I remember asking this question if there was time on a fiscal note, and there is not. So,
That sounds like a practical solution. Yeah.
so that would be my suggestion.
I think it's a good suggestion. The other person through the chair, I'd asked Auditor DeMayo if he could just speak in, we did have some questions regarding the fiscal note. Given we don't have accurate, we won't have accurate figures, how do we provide an accurate fiscal note on a matter like this?
Referring to what was submitted tonight, the ordinance that was proposed to be voted on, just to give you a quick calculation, based on roughly 1,520 veterans that are here, give or take a few, at our current tax rate of 1388, over the 3-year window, it'd be roughly $105,488 per year in reduced tax revenue. Over the 3 years, it'd be roughly about $316,000. And a culmination of the $15,000 credit in the current would be roughly about $596,000 of revenue reduction. So, but again, that's based on this current tax levy now, and based on how it was represented. You have about 1,520, be about a $5,000 increase in the period. And by the rate, it comes out to about 105, give or take. I mean, I don't have exact numbers. I mean, Councilman Stichels was correct about 1,500 when we did the calculation. It kind of fluctuates over the course of it. So, but again, we really don't know what the reduction is going to be because we don't know what the tax rate's going to be over the next 3 years. This is just kind of a snapshot in time. So you really can't hang your hat on this number.
So if I'm hearing you correctly through the chair, any fiscal note prepared by the finance director, checked off by the city council auditor will be a rough estimate.
Yeah.
Not an exact, so there'll be a rough estimate and it will be subject to change depending on the change in the levy because we don't know going forward it's going to be. And we're supposed to be putting this in, not this year, over several years.
Correct.
So it would be a very rough estimate.
And there's one other variable that comes into play with this would be based on valuations, because if valuation goes up, then again, even though they'll be at an exemption, you'll still have more tax revenue because the valuation of the property is increased. So there's multiple variables moving forward on an ordinance like this.
Okay. No, I have no further questions. That's crystal clear to me now. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Are there any other questions from members of the council? Let's go with Councilwoman Graziano.
Thank you. I can't remember if this question was answered last time. I'm looking to understand if we know how many veterans actually take the exemption today.
Currently, based on what the assessor gave me when this process started, it's around 1,500. I have 1,520, but it's within that room right there.
Is there any, I don't know if you're aware of this data because appreciate that Mr. Stikos brought up the idea of like if somebody makes over $1 million a year, I know you didn't specifically say that, but like X amount of dollars a year, maybe they wouldn't get the exemption. Do we have any data if there's veterans in the city of Cranston? I'm not asking about the monetary amount, but that don't take the exemption. Do we have any data on that?
I'm unaware. It's just basically based on the filing and the paperwork. That's where the number comes from. Could there be more veterans? Absolutely.
Anyone else? Councilman Trafficant.
Councilman Harlan, thank you. You are the catalyst of this particular ordinance. Therefore, on behalf of all the veterans, we all thank you, and the city thanks you as well. However, we've got to comply with all the ordinances that were brought forth by Mr. Murray and Mr. Stikos, and I certainly agree with them that this has to be looked over and corrected. And I do want to thank Mr. Murray for the accolades he's bestowed upon me. I greatly appreciate it, and I greatly appreciate his friendship over the years as well.
Anybody else? Well, I want to thank Director Zadelis. I want to thank our auditor, Mr. DeMayo, for helping me out. I mean, this circus has been going on for like, I want to say the last 4 to 5 months. So there's been fiscal audits for seniors, vets, housing court. So it's all over the place. This is an ordinance that's been continued, I think, 3 times. So I want to thank everybody for their efforts in this matter and for giving us the time. So at this point, I would like to entertain a motion to continue and requesting a fiscal note for ordinance 126-02.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Any further discussion? Clerk, please take a roll.
Councilwoman Graziano? Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Councilman Trafficante?
Yes.
Councilwoman Baziri?
Yes.
Council Vice President Ryan?
Yes.
Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council President Wall?
Yes.
That will be continued. There are no resolutions. I'm pretty sure everybody got the packet of the real estate tax abatements. Are there any questions? Seeing none. May I entertain a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, please take a roll.
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Trafficante? Councilwoman Baziri?
Yes.
Council Vice President Ryan? Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council President Wall?
Yes.
Moving on, motor vehicle tax abatements. I'm pretty sure everybody got it in their packet. May I entertain a motion to approve?
Second.
Any discussion?
There's none.
All right. Tangible tax abatement. That's what I meant to say. I'm pretty sure everybody got that in their package.
Yep.
May I entertain a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, please take a roll.
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz? Council Trafficante? Councilwoman Baziri?
Yes.
Council Vice President Horoyan? Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council President Wall?
Yes.
Tax and moving on to tax interest waiver approvals. Pretty sure everybody got that in their packet. I may entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, please take a roll.
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Trafficante?
Yes.
Councilwoman Baziri?
Yes.
Council Vice President Horoyan?
Yes.
Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council President Wall?
Yes.
Tax interest waiver denials. May I entertain a motion to deny these waivers.
Motion to deny.
Second.
Second.
Any dis-
Motion, let me
To approve
rephrase
the
that.
denial.
Motion to approve those denials.
Second.
any discussion? I said it right. Clerk, please take a roll.
Councilwoman Graziano?
Yes.
Councilman Ritz?
Yes.
Council Trafficante?
Yes.
Councilwoman Baziri?
Yes.
Council Vice President Horoyan?
Yes.
Councilman Andujar?
Yes.
Council President Wall?
Yes.
Moving on, I'm pretty sure for informational purposes only, the Tax Assessment Board of Review assessed from December 31st, 2023. Everybody got that? There are no council member communications. At this time, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it. We are adjourned.